I would like to call upon our former headmaster, Mr. Joseph Carvalho, to kindly say a few words.
Respected Father John Cruz Fernandez, principal of the school, and manager, principal, and the parish priest of this church. Managers, fathers, managers who are present here. Dr. Surendra Verinkar, President of the Ex-Students Association. Respected headmasters, headmistresses, I don't know. Then respected and beloved teachers, then ex-students, committee members, then a secretary of the ex-students committee, Mr. Cardozo, and dear ex-students and friends who have come here to honor the teachers. I stand here to thank you for this grand occasion. You have taken every pain to make this a grand, memorable occasion. To thank the teachers. And I thank you very much, dear ex-students. I take this opportunity you have granted me to thank the teachers who worked with me. That was in 1970. Teachers and staff members. I owe them, because when I left I could not say anything to them. I had no chance. I take this opportunity to thank. We worked together. I worked with them, or they worked with me, and we had success. And I am very grateful to them because they made my life enjoyable and I learned much from them. So thank you, teachers. Thank you, the staff members of the school. I thank you, ex-students and all the students of the school, for yes, you were very good students. You were obedient. You were receptive to whatever we teachers. There was no trouble of discipline, and we had wonderful success, and the school went on. But I must tell you, it was not a rosy place. We had lots and lots of difficulties. You teachers were receiving a meager salary. It was remedied much later when the pay commissions came. But before that, the pays were very little. Especially I must mention the primary teachers. And they were receiving very scanty pay. They managed classes of 40, sometimes 50 students. And what was their pay? Not even 1/10 of what government was giving to their primary teachers. Not even 1/10. and government primary teachers all over Goa, I'm not saying in Chandor, managed only 4 or 5 or sometimes 10 students, and you were doing hard work with 40 students. A big sacrifice you were making. And I must thank you and the school and the village owes a great debt to them. All you ex-students, now perhaps grandfathers and grandmothers, owe much to them. And I would request that you give special consideration to them. When you pass by them, say hello to them. Sometimes we are shy and don't want to approach the teacher. But your hello will bring solace for the sad years they received very meager salaries. Much later, their things were better when government gave, after many years, the equivalence and parity with government teachers. Neither, I must also ask here pardon, because the management and the school and the teachers could not give our students necessary conditions for studies. Neither the teachers had the proper conditions to teach. It was a very sorry state. Not only pay, we had no accommodation. We had no electricity. We had no running water. We had no toilets, neither for teachers nor students. It was indeed. Then, just now someone mentioned that near Padvigar's room, there were 3 classrooms. Yes, we had 3 classrooms on top where Padvigar stays. There were 2 just below, 2 classrooms with the division. One Kumdad was, I think Kumdad room was used. Under Father Vickers, that wooden staircase, there was another classroom. Next to the sacristy, that room was a classroom, big one. Verandas, always wet, very often when the rains came. And then besides, when there was a wedding or a funeral or a late mass, requiem mass, some classes had to be stopped. We had classes in Teacher Miranda's house, 3 classrooms there. And the teachers ran from one place to another. You students lost your time of studies, and we teachers also missed. We couldn't finish. This was very sorry state. At that time, Reverend Father Guilherme Costa was the parish priest. That was in 1970 when I entered there. He took up the bold initiative and said, I must do something. He decided that some extension of the parish house could be extended. And he called for public meeting of the parishioners. At that public meeting, perhaps it was somewhat lukewarm, but the Fabrica members told us that there were no funds at all, no properties that could be sold. Why? Why our church had no funds? Yes, you must be knowing, some of you, your fathers or grandfathers will tell you that our parish, our church frontispiece had broken. And for rebuilding it, all the properties that were available were sold, and with that we had finished our funds. Yet he went ahead. We dug the foundations. Sorry. We dug the foundations to the north of Padvigar's residence. But then came, of course, teachers backed him. Students were for some few rooms. But then came two great setbacks. The MLA from Kurshore, we were under Kurshore, said, see that place, that side, the highway, the supposed highway is coming, going from Margaon to Samvardhan. Is going there. Oh, that was it. We had already dug the foundations. And the other sad thing was Father Guilherme died in our parish. So things came to a stop. But not our teachers, our students did every effort to gather funds, went from house to house with lotteries. We had kermes, we had dramas brought, and our students did a lot of work. At the death of Father Guilherme Costa, the bishop appointed Father Brun Diniz as the parish priest, but he did not take up as manager of the school. He was already a manager somewhere else, but he did not take up as manager of the school. So, but he said, we will go ahead. And we started, or we worked, and the new site was chosen, where the present day school is there. Father Brun Diniz, of course, it was a difficult situation without a manager. I had to take up some work. So Father Brun Diniz was shifted, was changed, and Father Alvin Stevis, the ebullient and fiery Father Stevis, Alvin Stevis, he went ahead with the work. He went ahead and did finish the construction of the main building. I must tell you that you students were always helpful. During PT class, many of you helped with the shawls and gamelas. You sold tickets for dramas, and I must tell you at this moment that sometimes for these dramas, that's Don Kalzan or something, we had to get permission and exemption of stamp duty. Now, to get that stamp duty exemption was a bit difficult, and it always came after you asked. But Father Jean's father, Mr. Anselm, helped us. He passed our papers quickly. So we gathered some money, and I must thank you for all this story about it. So I must say thank you to all of you. And I wish this school association be always united and that it go together. Now, and you students, now that you have got good premises, far better than many schools even in the cities, lot of space that you will do, you will shine and bring up the name of the school and work always under your padvigar or manager to bring up this school and to help the school of the Diocesan Society of Education. As I was coming to that, the Diocesan Society of Education, after Father Alvin completed the school, I don't know much about what happened. Various managers have done a lot of work, but I think and I know that Father Tony Salema, who was well versed with the government and with the Diocesan Society and with Caritas and all that, he built, or at his time, the primary section was built. Congratulations to him. And we are happy to have him here. So, ex-students, I thank you. But I must thank you because you have, with this function today, you have, by your successes in various fields, your greatness, these are successes, are the honor and reward that we have. The greatest honor that you give us, that the greatest reward that you give us is your success in life, your dedication to duty, your dedication to others. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.